North Carolina Congressman Ted Budd is a member of the House Insurance Subcommittee, and he joins us now. Congressman, thank you so much for joining us. First of all, what can you tell us about what's going on in your home district?
Sure. So I'm in the middle of the state, which has not yet felt the effects. We're going to see this over the next 48 hours to 72 hours. And our main concern here is for flooding. But we're certainly thinking about those in eastern North Carolina, northern South Carolina. You know, I think the storm has claimed about 4 lives so far, 3 in North Carolina, and our prayers are certainly with them. And you know, we're keeping an eye on this and how this thing moves around. But we're not out of the woods here yet, especially with this this deluge that we're expecting in the next 72 hours.
You know, it's interesting. You're kind of here for 2 purposes, because you also happen to be on the insurance subcommittee, as I said at the beginning there. And you know, one thing that's interesting is that for homeowners in North and South Carolina, the numbers of people who have that extra flood insurance is actually down from 5 years ago. A lot of that has to do with rising price. But I mean, what's your perspective on that, given that a lot of people are going to need it right now?
You're exactly right, Melissa. One of the things that we're concerned about is people's awareness that flood is very often, most often not, in people's insurance policy. Wind-driven rain is, other aspects are, fire, of course, theft, but not flood. That is often a national flood insurance program, which has a lot of problems right now. You know, for instance, there's probably not in North or South Carolina, but in the Gulf, we've seen houses that are worth around $80,000 being replaced 8 times through the National Flood Insurance Program without any structural changes. So, in effect, we're incentivizing people through lower-cost insurance or subsidized insurance to live in dangerous areas, and we shouldn't be doing that, especially without any structural changes to these houses. But these are subsidized policies. They're inexpensive, but a lot of people don't know about them or don't have these policies. So this is something that we're going to be working on. We've had several attempts at it, but just to get all sides together.
Well, not everybody considers them inexpensive, of course. I mean, I know what you're saying versus the payout, but, you know, it can be about $10,000 per year. And there are people who say that, you know, they're going to roll the dice and, you know, obviously it goes up from there. And they say they're going to roll the dice. What are the odds that something happens? So there's that part of the equation. But then also, like you said, I mean, there are some flood zones in California where they replaced the homes, but they would do it without a permit change as long as you built the exact same thing back. And like you said, don't we have to think about how smart it may or may not be to build the exact same thing back in the exact same place?
Well, we have so much more data out now that's not found its way into the system. We have some outdated FEMA maps that we can update with LIDAR and new technologies. And just, you know, a lot of people would rather risk a flood event than pay these higher prices. You know, and a lot of places they've gone up as much as 25%, and people would rather take the risk, you know, roll the dice. And while that may last for 20 years, year 21 or so comes around, like we're experiencing now in eastern North Carolina, as they experienced last year in Texas, that's a real concern because, I mean, it can wipe out somebody's largest investment, which is most often their home.
And what does happen? I mean, originally, I know at the very beginning you get a FEMA check for your daily expenses, but then over time, if you didn't have insurance on that house, does the government step in the end and help people? Or are they on their own? What happens to those people?
Very often it does through an emergency relief package like was passed for Texas last year. There's a lot of things in those packages that aren't always just, or that there's some forms of relief. But it's going to go back. They're going to, first of all, your first round is always the person's own insurance.
Yeah.
And it's national flood insurance beyond that, and it's of course it's relief packages beyond that. So when you have something catastrophic like a hurricane, they can get relief at several different levels.
Congressman, thank you. We appreciate your time.